Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2017 comedy horror film Tragedy Girls. This stars Alexandra Shipp. A bunch of other people are in this. Craig Robinson is in this as well for a brief moment. What's his name? No. I don't remember his name. He's in The Boys. I had no expectations for this film. I didn't even know what it was about. All I had was the poster, the title image on Hulu that said recommended for you, and you have two girls in prom dresses wearing purge masks, holding hands, and watching as there's a flaming door in front of them with people's hands, in the window. And I was like, okay, so this could be either terrible, it could be an indie horror film, or who knows. I had no expectations for it. This is one of the greatest horror films I've seen, just on the horror comedy aspect, because it was so unexpected. Like, it starts out and you think it's going to be another serial killer kind of movie. Like, the guy stalking the girl, making out with the boyfriend in the car. And then it turns out that the girlfriend and her best friend actually orchestrated the whole thing to catch the serial killer, to then torture him, to then gain his knowledge to become a dual serial killer team. So it's the means of sociopath versus psychopath. Psychopath doesn't know that they're crazy. Sociopath knows that what they're doing is wrong, but they still do it anyway. So these two sociopathic seniors in high school, are best friends, are on a quest to murder and become famous through their blog via Twitter, hashtag Tragedy Girls. So they're like journalists in a sense of like, oh my god, there's another murder, this is what we know, and oh my god, this is a murder, this is what we think is going to happen. Things like that. So then like the sheriff's son gets involved and he starts to fall for the girl Sadie, and it's just things, and then it's murder after murder after murder, and then eventually the serial killer that they kidnapped escaped, tries to kill the sheriff's son, but then the girlfriend saves him, quote unquote, and then the other girl partners up with the serial killer Lowell to then orchestrate a night to remember, the most memorable prom that whatever did take. And then like truths are revealed, and there's murder and a hanging and a gunfight and a machete and a knife and all these different things. And then they have the two girls are the sole survivors. There's 194 kids dead in the prom. It reminded me a lot of Spree, which just came out with Joe Keery. It came out last year. And it was the same concept. He's murdering online to gain notoriety, to get a following, to get famous. And that's what these girls did. So it's very interesting that I watched Spree, which came out 2019, compared to Tragedy Girls, which came out 2017, because it was kind of the same concept. Let's murder for fame via the internet. But they're not live streaming the kills. They're just like blogging after it's revealed in the town, and this is their theory on what's happening and who's behind it, and they get to pin everything on Lowell at the end, and then they get full scholarships, and they get book tours, and all these wonderful things for the rest of their lives. So different between Spree, because Joe Keery is literally murdered, but it's just so cool. I never thought of a horror genre in the digital age, so I'm really glad that the digital horror genre is becoming a thing. Like, there was those webcam horror movies that we've seen a few times. I'm very excited to see these. I'm very excited to see this new digital horror genre coming up, because it's here, but it's a matter of what happens next. So the fact of how funny Spree and Tragedy Girls were in that blogging and serial killer aspect, which isn't really serial killer, it's spree killing, because serial killer is more like you have a specific type of person you're going to kill. Spree killing is how many bodies can I kill, in this amount of time period, and that's kind of the difference. So awesome. No expectations for the film. Blew my mind. Can't wait for the next one. If there is a next one. I hope there's a next one. There could be a next one. There could be a college version. We'll see. Mucho mahalo.